last night I had one of the worst night's sleep going in a Premier Inn in Carlisle. I was up here for my mate's wedding last night and I've decided to make the most of it by going hiking whilst I'm up in the lakes. So I'm just on my way to Keswick now, and we're going to do a circular around Derwent Water via Catbells. Never done it before. It's not that big of like a hill. It's only about 460 meters, so shouldn't be too bad, but it's about a 10-mile circular and I'm doing it solo. I was meant to be doing it with my mates, but they've bailed. They had to go home for whatever reason. So this is a shout to you guys that are worried about doing things on your own. Just go do it anyway, because if you don't, you're the one that ends up missing out. So crack on, go and do stuff on your own more. If you've got no one to go with, it's better to go alone than it is to not go at all. Should be in Keswick in about 45 minutes time. I'm going to grab some food because I've not eaten yet, and yeah, we'll get walking. Tell you what a lovely day. I've had some food in Keswick. I just went to Wetherspoons out of Ease just to get a quick scran and get moving, but I think we might just do the full loop. The views are impeccable. Look at this over here. Unbelievable scenes. This is roughly where we're aiming. It says it's going to take about an hour and 45 to get there. It's only 3 and a bit miles. Probably get a move on and do it a bit quicker. But yeah, I've found a little spot back there as well, the river, for a potential dipping spot. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to take my jacket off though. I'm absolutely roasting already. Tell you what, the whole way from Keswick has been really nice paths, like little wooded areas, all nicely laid out, and it even finds it on Apple Maps as well, which has been really useful to follow because I don't get any signal, so I loaded it up in Keswick so that it still somehow knows where I am along the way. But apparently we've got another hour to go and 1.5 miles to the top of Catbells, so getting there. But yeah, highly recommend this walk, even though I've not completed it yet. But it's very, like I say, basically like this the whole way. So, get it done. And this is where we're going. Nearly there. Does make me laugh every time having to run back for the camera, but it's all part of it. To tell you one thing I've noticed actually since half marathon training, my hiking has got a lot easier. I know I'm a little bit out of breath, I've just gone up a hill, but yeah, it feels so much easier on the legs and breathing as well. Feel great. Walk in the park. We'll see if I'm saying that by the time we get to the top of Catbells, because I think basically it's just going to go like that straight up in a minute, so yeah, we'll see. Here comes the incline. Tell you what, I am warm now, off going up a little bit. It's a warm day, I am sweating. Should have put shorts on, I think. I don't know if I've got some in my bag. We'll see. Well, there it is, that's where we're going. Looks like a very steep finish to this walk. So, top of Cat Bells is here. My plan originally was to go all the way around the lake and then end up back in Keswick over here. I think that might be a bit long for today. It is currently 2 o'clock on the dot. We'll see. I did have a plan to potentially do a quick podcast somewhere, but it is a bit windy, so that might have to come in the car instead. But we'll see. Last little bit to go. According to my Garmin, I've got roughly 100 meters left to climb, and this last bit is turning a little bit scrambly. I'll show you now. So it gets very steep very quickly. Quite a bit of climbing to do to the top. I don't think there's going to be any more videos of me setting the camera up and then running back for it, because I don't want to have to do this all twice. Nice time spent at the top. Now for the descent and walk all the way back to Keswick to the car, which is about here. We have 3.8 miles back, so yeah, hour and 45 to get back to the car apparently. We'll see. But yeah, really enjoyed this time out. No phone signal, and just walking, enjoying the views mainly. Could have literally sat up there all day, but I am getting hungry again, so time to walk back to Keswick and get some food before heading off back home on a roughly 2-hour drive. Hopefully it's not too bad, but it is a Friday and it is Easter holidays, so we'll see. I do sometimes think it would be so much better if I lived closer to the mountains and like the lakes and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't know whether it'd then get boring, whether it's the fact that I can sort of come here within sort of an hour and a half, 2 hours and get to access all of this, although whether it would just get boring if it was on my front doorstep, I don't know. It's kind of not close enough that I can come here all the time, but it's also close enough that it's not that far. So yeah, it's a question I often wonder, would I in the future, like when I'm older and that, prefer to live closer to all this, out of the way of like cities and stuff, or would I like to be where I am, sort of between Liverpool and Manchester? I'm not sure, only time could tell. just taking my time going down these parts because they are very steep and jagged. So the last thing I want to do is fall and have 17 stone fall straight on a sharp rock. So taking my time. I just filmed the podcast on the side of the mountain, and this is the view. So stay tuned. I'll put a link in the description so you can go check it out. It is all about why men are struggling in their 20s. Go check it out, let me know what you think. Anyway, let's crack on with the walk back to the car, because I've still got 3.4 miles to go and I am starving. So let's get a move on and get back. You didn't think I'd forget you, did you? Got a feeling as the sun starts to go down, I'm going to need to put some bug spray on, because I get bit really, really bad. I might have to put a jacket on as well. It is getting a little cooler now, cloudy as well, but we'll see how we get on. I just don't want to end up looking like the Elephant Man after getting bit like 1,000 times, especially going through all this wooded area now as well. But we'll see. See how we get on. So the river that we went past before that, I was considering dipping in. I've just had a quick Google, and apparently it's not safe to swim in currently due to increased amounts of bacteria and E. coli. So might not be getting a dip today, which means I've basically carried all my stuff around with me for no reason. Just a bit of extra weight training, which is exactly what I don't need being 17 stone. But yeah. We'll see. We might find somewhere else on the way, but I'm not going too far out my own way to go for a dip. But we'll see. Just coming out of the wooded area now, back onto the road for a little bit. I tell you what, I don't know what it is about the bees around here, but they're absolutely friggin' massive. They sound like helicopters going off. Absolute units. Here we go, back on the road for a little bit, which is a nice easy walk, and then we go back into the bit at the start. So yeah, I think we're absolutely flying actually. 1.6 miles to go, already done half of it, so let's go. The amount of runners around there as well is pretty impressive considering how hilly it is. You would not catch me practicing for my half marathon around here, I can tell you that for one thing. They must be absolutely unreal on flat races if they're training around here all the time. Crazy. Almost back, not too far now. We've got 1 mile on the dot. So this is actually one of the spots I was looking at for a dip before, but this is the River Derwent, and it said there's loads of bacteria and stuff in it, so I don't know. It's running pretty quickly, so I wouldn't expect it to be too bad, but it also, there is a sign that says that it's deep water, and that is a pretty quick current if it's deep water as well, so I don't necessarily want to get taken away, especially considering I'm on my own. But it's a bit of a shame because it's a really nice dipping spot, but I don't want to risk getting ill for the sake of a dip. I'm also at like a really nice temperature, so like getting freezing now and then having to warm back up and then get in the car and drive home, I don't know. It says there's fishing, and then there's a sign right there that says danger deep water, so I might call it a day on the dip today. Unfortunately, I was really looking forward to one as well, especially when the weather was nicer earlier. But yeah, deep water, fast current, probably not the best idea on my own, is it? But I tell you what, I really like this little pathway that comes, I think the place that I've just walked through is called Portinscale from Keswick. So like it's a nice, like really laid out path all the way into Keswick from here. Right in the middle of a field with the mountains either side. You can't really see them past those trees, but there's cat bells up there. But yeah, I really like this. So instead of getting, you know, like dropped off right at the bottom of cat bells to do it, stop off in Keswick and make it a bit longer. It's only like 3.8 miles each way, so it's a decent little mooch.
enough. I've had to run back. Probably nearly doubled my steps just from running backwards and forwards to the camera. But it's all for you guys. You're welcome. Yeah, nearly there now. I am hangry. 0.8 miles, says 22 minutes, but got long legs, fast steps, probably beat that. The home of Cumberland Pencils, a pencil museum. Weird. This is where I was going to dip, but that's also the Derwent River, so yeah, probably not ideal. And it's very windy now as well, so trying to get changed after that is a nightmare, because I haven't got a dry robe. But yeah, back in Keswick now, drop my bag off, find somewhere to get some food. Pretty sure there's a co-op just here on the left, so I'm gonna get a few bits. I think I am absolutely starving and thirsty as well. Gonna need a monster for the drive home as well, I think. Bit sleepy.
You've got the keys, haven't you?
Nice little M5 there as well. Finally back at the car now. That is a total of 4.5 hours light work.
I've decided to get on the road and get home. Instead of spending more money on a meal and more time just delaying how late I'm going to get home, got myself a meal deal from the co-op, got a few monsters just to keep me awake, and yeah, enjoy the nice drive home now. But I just want to go back to the very start of this vlog. Going alone is better than not going at all. If you're sat there wanting to do stuff but you've not got anyone to go with, do it yourself. Go. You never know, you might meet people on the way. I've had like little conversations with people all day, just like, even if it's just little hellos. No one cares if you're on your own. I went to Wetherspoons for lunch on my own. No one cares. Like, if anything, most people are envious of you doing it because they won't do it themselves. So like I say, the only person that is gonna miss out is you if you don't go and do the things that you want to go and do. I tell you what as well, one of the best things about going hiking, if you love driving, are the windy roads, country roads, 60-mile-an-hour roads, unbelievable little drives as well. So if you're like me, you enjoy going there, you enjoy the hike, and you enjoy the ride back as well. So yeah, if you're umming and ahhing about going hiking, just do it. Go out. There's plenty of community hikes now. If you've seen the channel before, I go on Ryan's hike, his community walk, every month. If you want to jump on that, just follow him on Instagram and join this channel. I post about his walks as well, so jump on them. I also do more chilled walks called Walk, Talk and Coffee, so less climbing mountains and more walking around like forests and parks and things like that. So like, it's more accessible to anyone pretty much. So if you want to jump on them, Walk, Talk and Coffees are a really good starting point, especially if you want to meet some new people. Nice relaxed walks and just chatting with people with similar interests. But yeah, stop umming and ahhing and just do it. Life's short, go live it. Simple. So get off your ass, get out there and stop worrying about what other people think of you, and just enjoy your life. You do you, crack on, enjoy yourself. And if you've enjoyed this one, drop a like, and if you're new, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.